Hello everybody, this is Cheapskate Snob and thank you so much for watching. I am oiling my hair and scalp right now, mostly my hair, with the Curls Blueberry Mint Oil. The last time I used this, I love this stuff clearly, but the last time I used it, some of it got in my eye. Do not let it get in your eye. It will burn, okay? Do not recommend. Anyhow, so this video, I'm trying to remember all the things I wanted to talk about. I know here's some of it, okay? Off top, if you're subscribed to me or watching my content at all, thank you so much. But I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. I am trying to build something here. I got 4 new subscribers recently, coming from around 57, 58 subscribers, something like that, all the way up to 62, and it means so much. So please like and subscribe. You don't have to share it, but like and subscribe. That's all I'm asking. So that's one. 2 is, and thank you for your support. It really means a lot. 2, should I put the oil on and then brush, I guess? Okay, I'll put the oil on and then brush. Is I wanted to talk about people with weight loss channels on the platform, or any platform, but especially YouTube, because that's the main place where I like sit there and watch, you know, lengthy weight loss videos that I stopped watching, and why, but not mentioning any people, because for the most part, this isn't really anything that they did wrong. This is just more like about feelings. So, oop, give me 1 second. Trying to get this dang on brush through my hair. Ah, tangles. Okay, anyway, yeah, it's not really about anything that anybody did wrong. It's just more, you know, how I felt and why I felt this way. So, starting with, and I'm going to talk about the channels without saying too much about the channel, if you know what I mean, that where somebody would know who I was talking about. So, one of the channels, why I stopped watching, is because the woman, when she created her channel, she had already lost weight, if I'm not much mistaken, but she still had a ways to go. I mean, not a ways, like a little ways to go, not much, you know. She, I think, had lost the bulk of her weight before she even, you know, came back to the platform. Anyway, and her channel changed into more like, it went from like a weight loss channel trying to help very overweight people like me, to a channel where she wanted to focus on like more athletically inclined people who were already fit. And at that point, like, if that had been just a part of her content, that would have been one thing, but that became the content that I saw from her. As I recall, this was a few years back, and I became disconnected from it because I'm thinking, well, that's not my situation. And I'll be honest, she also kind of became one of those people that seemed to forget where she came from as far as being plus size. Now, that might sound snide. It's not meant to, and nobody knows who I'm talking about. But, like, just the combination, it just turned me off, to be quite frank. And I started feeling disconnected from the content, so I stopped watching. Anyhow, the other person that I stopped watching was someone who, this person, she started out at a far larger weight than I did. And she naturally lost weight. She has gone through her ups and her downs, but more ups than downs as far as I can tell, you know, but she's gone through her ups and downs. I actually had to stop watching. This is going to sound so bad, but because I wasn't doing what I should have been doing in my life, because I was like all depressed, and I don't know if it was during a time where maybe I was going through postpartum depression or what it was, but it was like, it got to the point where it was kind of like painful to watch her because it made me feel inadequate, which that's something inside of me. And I'm not going to even attack myself where I thought about it like, oh, that makes me petty. But no, that was something within me. I do know that there are people in life, you know, I've talked a little bit about jealousy. I do know that there are people in life where someone put it very well, where they said, it's painful watching other people accomplish their goals because it kind of underscores, it's like holding up a mirror that this could be you, but it's not you. And it kind of like underscores what you're not doing in your life. And that's how I felt. So that's why I stopped following her, which is terrible. I know. I mean, I say it's terrible. I'm being contradictory, but I hope you guys understand. Like, I can see the flip side of it, of how that's like terrible, but it was something within me. It was nothing about her as far as like anything she did wrong. The first girl, I want to clarify, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think she did anything wrong particularly. I think it was more like an issue of like, she was on her own journey. Like it wasn't someone who, oh, hey, I'm losing weight with you guys anymore. It's like, baby, I've lost my weight and I'm toned and I want other toned people, you know? So I'm changing my audience. I think that's where she was coming from. And unfortunately, I'm not toned, never have been. And so even at my smallest, I wasn't toned. You know, I still had weight to lose and everything. So, you know, I think that's where the disconnect between she and I happened. What else? So like for me, that's my story of like when I've had to like not follow people's channels. Something that kind of makes me sad is the people who really motivated me, put out so much motivational content back in the old days. And by old days, I mean like 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, etc. A lot of those women remove their content. So you can't even look at it anymore. And I'm like, seriously, because some of those videos were so motivational. I'm going to talk about this. I don't know if I was planning to talk about this, but I'm going to mention it. One of my absolute favorite content creators of all time is a woman named Lucy L. And she had VSG, vertical sleeve gastrectomy weight loss surgery. And she had a channel that initially was dedicated to her weight loss journey and, you know, things to expect when having the surgery and so on and so forth. I can feel the cooling from the oil on my forehead, by the way. It's kind of nice. Anyway, I'm just like smoothing it into my hair. Okay. Waste not, want not. Anyhow, getting back to Lucy L, is she did so many videos. Like I've fantasized about messaging her and offering to pay her for those videos because they did something for me. There was an honesty in Lucy that is so rare, and like such an honesty, and just like, she's the person that says the thing that nobody can put their finger on. And so therefore, hardly anybody, if anybody, is saying what she's saying. She's that person. And I love that about her. One of the things that she did a video on was about how you, quote unquote, don't know yourself if you've been overweight most of your life. And, you know, she was explaining how she had heard someone say that before she came to that conclusion. She'd heard someone say it and she was offended by it and she disagreed with them. Like, I know who I am. What do you mean I don't know who I am? And what the person was trying to say is this, and I 100% agree with this, especially being on kind of both sides. And when I say both sides, I never got slim, but I, like, from where I am right now, I was skin and bones in comparison. I mean, you know, but no, I was about a size 14, and I don't mean a plus size 14. I mean, Mrs. 14 at my lowest. And then now I'm a 26, 28. And most of my life, I've overwhelmingly, most of my life, like well over 30 years, I've been obese. Okay. So, I do believe that there are sides of yourself that you don't know when you're extremely overweight for the most part. You may be someone, okay, the example she used is that you may be someone who you love to travel, or you would love to travel if your weight was not a factor, you know, but because your weight is a factor, then you don't like to travel because you're uncomfortable. You know, kind of on the topic, but a little bit off topic. Hopefully I don't forget the point of Cluciel and you don't know who you are. But recently, we have the Houston rodeo. I think tonight may have been the last day. I'm not sure. We've been having some pretty rough weather in Houston, and, for the past few days, you know, where it's been raining, kind of off and on, I think. And anyhow, I had planned that we were going to go to the rodeo. I was thinking about us going to the rodeo this year, last year. That had been a plan of mine. But when I didn't lose the weight that I had hoped and prayed that I would lose, like last year or whatever, into this year, then my idea of going to the rodeo would pretty much just be to eat. It would pretty much just be to go stand in these super long lines for this generic food, no tea, no shade, but I call it generic because there are so many booths that are selling the exact same thing, like, oh, turkey leg here, turkey leg there, turkey leg there. Like, we get it. It's good, but it's generic and it's severely overpriced. Last year, we ended up paying like 20 bucks or something for a damn turkey leg. You know, and like, I don't know what it would be this year, but I wouldn't be surprised if it went up a little bit. And they kind of feel like they have a captive audience, so they can just charge these outrageous prices and stuff. But more importantly, you know, I didn't want to cheat. And if I had gone, my whole purpose for going would have pretty much been to cheat on my diet, you know? So, but if let's say I had stuck to my guns last year, lost all this weight, and now I weigh, let's just say 230. The 230-pound version of me, or even 240 240-pound version of me would probably want to do some rides or something, because my body wouldn't be as encumbered, if I'm saying that right, you know, by all of this weight, you know, so I would probably be more into, you know, genuinely having fun. But, you know, that's what I mean. And that was the kind of the point that Clucy was making. And like I said, I wish she would put those videos up again, but you know, why she had taken them down, she had gotten really upset because I think she had gotten a strike on her channel or something from YouTube because she had had copyrighted music. So, this was years ago. But anyhow, but yeah, she used to make the best content, loved her. And there were other people who made amazing content as well. And, I missed their content. But yeah, about the not really knowing yourself, you know, I love to go for walks. I loved, you know, going to Herman Park in Houston, Texas for walks and stuff and playing Pokemon Go. And we used to walk so many places, and I was extremely overweight, but not to this extreme. I was extremely overweight, but not this bad. And I know, like, if I am still this size and it's in the hot summer, I'm probably not going to want to, like, just go walking everywhere, you know? So, yeah, I definitely think that it's a lot of things that you think you don't like because of what comes with it based off of, in this case, being overweight. You know, or severely overweight. Because to me, being overweight is like, especially as someone who's been severely overweight all my life, you know, they say everything is relative. That's another thing. When it comes to weight loss channels, a lot of times if somebody is not very overweight or didn't start off as very overweight, I don't feel connected to that person very much. So like if they're someone who they're like, I used to weigh 200 pounds and now I'm 125. I don't feel connected to you because I would kill to be 200. I've never even been 200 pounds, you know, and I loved my body at 10 pounds higher, 20 pounds higher, 30 pounds higher than that. You know what I mean? So the idea, hell, even more than that. So the whole idea of like, oh, when I was 200 pounds, I was out of breath. Nobody would talk to me and just all this horrible stuff. That may very well have been their experience. I do understand that. You never know what somebody else's experience is, but it's just not something I can relate to. You know, just like if you're a rich person and you have problems, that you are entitled to have problems, that's true. But if you come to someone who is like literally starving to death and you start telling them about how Chipotle ran out of guacamole, you know, they're going to look at you like, are you insane? It's, you know what I mean? Like what they call first world problems or something. It's not that it's not a problem. It's just that that's not like right now. I'm at a weight where, you know, it's what they call morbidly obese because it's actually life-threatening to be, for my BMI to be this high. Speaking of BMI, do I have my other phone? I do. I'm just going to see what my BMI is. I know this is not a super positive. I'm sorry, you guys. I actually had like a more positive video planned, but I kind of got to talking about other things and it distracted me. So, let me see. Anyhow, while we're doing that, what else did I want to tell you guys about? So, yesterday I weighed in and I got emotional because I came in at 314.4. Yay! Super happy about that. Hold on one sec. That's the lowest I've been since I've been on this weight loss journey. They want me to put in my age and my height and my weight. Okay, and calculate. Okay, my BMI is 50.9. Yikes. Okay. So they say a healthy weight for me would be 114.6 to 154.3. My goal is 175. So I don't have to be their range of healthy. I just don't want to be, you know, what they call morbidly obese anymore. But yeah, 50.9 is my BMI. I think it's been way, well, not think, I know it's been worse than that. Let me see where it started out at really quickly. I'm sorry. When I was we're going to go by 338. We're not going to do the highest numbers. At 338, my BMI was, okay, 54.5. So it went down to 50.9. That's awesome. Okay, that's what's up. I lost almost 4 points on the BMI. Wonderful. Okay, good news. That's something great. But anyway, so yeah, yesterday I weighed in. I was 314.4. It was like an emotional moment. Like I almost felt like crying. And of course I thanked God and everything, you know, but I was just like super happy. I had talked to a girlfriend for an extended amount of time, and it made it kind of difficult for me to get food in, but I like kind of snuck in some food while we were talking because, you know, a lot of people don't want to hear you eat. And so I had like a salad, a bagel with some butter on it. And by bagel, it's a sola bread, which is a low carb bread bagel. I had keto friendly. I had, by the way, it's delicious. Their bagels are so good. Let me just tell you that. It tastes like pretty much like a quote unquote real bagel. Okay. So just want to share that. But, what else did I have? Oh yeah, I made tacos with some guacamole, and the tacos were with, low carb tortillas that I eat all the time and lose weight with. And I had, some stuffed jalapeno peppers, and I drank my spearmint green tea. Next day, and that sounds like a ton of food, but it's not as much as you would think. Anyway, next day, I wake up and I'm up a little, well, up 0.7. I'm 315.1. And I was kind of disappointed. I'm like, really? But then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what though? I'm still ahead of the game compared to where I was, before that 314.4 weigh-in, because that's still lower than all of my previous weigh-ins since I've been on this journey. On any journey period, my lowest was 209.2, but on this particular journey, it's been, before that, it was like 315.4, I want to say something like that. So good. Anyway, but yeah, so things have been going pretty good. I have been staying on track. And one of the other things I wanted to say is like me having people pay attention to my content, which I deeply appreciate. My video talking about being a weight loss winner, loser, all that stuff, that video has nearly 100 views, which means so much to me because I'm not like advertising my page. Like I don't, you know, share it with my people on Facebook. I don't even make my partner look or anything. So like to get that kind of support from people means so much to me. And just, it also helps me to know I'm moving in the right direction and keep going. And sometimes, recently it's kind of hit me. I feel a little bit sad for all the times I felt compelled to cheat, which slowed down my progress. And moving forward, I don't really want to cheat, unless there's something particular going on, where it's like, oh, I'm going to this wedding, which I've never even been to a wedding, I don't think. But anyway, oh, I'm going to this wedding, oh, this special occasion or something, then I don't want to just cheat. So, and like, that's not like me because generally speaking, I usually cheat at some point within a week or whatever. It's rare that I have like a full week on track. So like, this is going to be a big deal. And the exercise portion I've slowed down on, unfortunately. And by slowed down on, I mean I have not been exercising, sadly. But I do want to start getting back out there. My partner, he's got a couple of days off coming, and I plan on going to the park. Oh, we did go to the park the other day, so that's something. But I want to go to the park in the next couple of days, or over the next couple of days that he's off. And I'll definitely update you guys, keep you guys updated on everything. Hopefully my weight doesn't go up anymore. But I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I know that weight fluctuations are totally natural. It's okay. I just hope it comes right back down again. And, you know, my current goal is to get under 300 pounds. So counting from 315.1, that means I have to lose 15.2 pounds to hit that goal. And I'd like to hit it, hopefully, by the 1st of June. We'll see. So here's hoping. Anyway, this is going to be a very short video, I guess, because I'm tired and I'm kind of like, I don't know, it's been kind of a long day, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. I appreciate the support again. Thank you so much, and please continue to like and support. It means a lot. And I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.